Hi, my name is Tamara Coleman, and in today's video, we'll be talking about blood and its components and how it is important for life. Blood has several components that each have a distinct role. It is mostly conformed of either formed element or plasma. Plasma would be 55% of blood, formed element would be 45%. There is less than 1% of blood that is composed of white blood cells or platelets, and these together help with clotting or immunity. Let's start off with talking about red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes. These are the most abundant in blood. Their primary function is to transport oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body and then return carbon dioxide for exhalation. Red blood cells are packed with hemoglobin, which is a protein that binds to oxygen and helps with the transportation of it. Their disc-like shape helps them move very easily, even through the tiniest blood vessels. Next, we have platelets, or also known as thrombocytes, which are essential for clogging after an injury. When there's a blood vessel injury, platelets rush to the site, sticking together to form a clot to prevent any further bleeding. They also release a chemical that calls more platelets to the site of injury, preventing any further blood loss and helping with a bigger clotting factor. Next, we have white blood cells, known as leukocytes, which is the body's defense mechanism. They help fight infections and protects us against harmful invaders such as bacteria, and they can even kill cancer cells. There's 5 different types of white blood cells within our blood, and each of them have a different function. They're separated into 2 categories, granulocytes or agranulocytes. Agranulocytes would be considered the lymphocytes or the monocytes, and granulocytes, which means they have a protective layer on the outside, would be the eosinophils, basophils, or neutrophils. Let's start off with neutrophils. They are the most abundant white blood cell, and they make up about 50 to 70% of them. They are quickly to act and to fight any bacteria or fungi that has infected the body. Next, we'll move on to lymphocytes. They are about 20 to 30% of white blood cells, and they are mostly responsible for the production of T cells or B cells. T cells would attack any antigen that has presented itself inside the body. B cells produce antibodies, which flag these antigens for the T cells to be able to attack. Next, we move on to monocytes. They are about 2 to 8% of white blood cells, and they eventually transform into macrophages, which engulf and digest pathogens or dead debris, anything in the way. Then we have eosinophils, which consist of about 1 to 4% of white blood cells, and they are mostly there for allergic reactions. Lastly, we have basophils. These are the rarest type of white blood cell, but when they are present, they help increase blood flow to a site of injury.